Hi friends. So today we are going to use kind of what we learned about collage and the surrealists, and we're going to find a picture in a magazine. It needs to be a pretty big picture. The reason why I say big is because you don't want it to be too small. If it's too small, that's a lot of drawing you have to do. It's got to be of a person, a real person, a human person, not a dog, not an animal, not a cartoon, not a drawing, but a real person. And then you're going to carefully cut that person out. And then you're going to take your time to cut out the hair of that person as carefully as you can. And then we're going to glue it down onto our paper. So when we use the glue, we're going to try to make it look like the person is going on the edge of the paper or off towards the bottom of the picture. As you can see, here's an example of one that's too small. See the size difference? So we want it to be pretty big on our paper. It could be a full body. It could be just a portrait of a person, like from their shoulders up. But when we glue it, we draw around the complete corner. We completely fill the back with our glue stick. And then we gently rub it down. I like to use a separate sheet of paper sometimes, or like the cap of the glue stick to rub it down. And I can demonstrate that to you guys in class. After we've, here's another example of something that's too small. So do you see the size difference? Do you see how much space is left with on my paper if I were to use something that little? I'm not saying you can't use something that little. But if you use something that little, you'll have lots of drawing that you're going to have to do versus finding a big picture. You won't have as much drawing that you're going to have to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw kind of these like sections for hair. I like to think of it like, I don't know, anime hair. The hair is just kind of flowing out. It's kind of funny to see this astronaut with this flowing hair. Like he has some super space hair. But you're going to draw all sorts of different sections. And here's another example. I like the colors in this portrait, so I'm going to use her. But after you draw your sections, you're going to use pattern. I want you to use, let's say, 6 patterns if you can. So 6 different patterns. You can repeat them. After you've used all 6, you can repeat the ones you've already done. And try to make them good patterns. So I'll have some examples of patterns that you can use. I'm using what's called Zentangles. They're some of my favorite go-to. But I want to fill in each area using a Sharpie with a different section. And the idea of this project is to like really make it textured, really make it exciting with lots of different textures and patterns, and fill the page. Now I've seen students do this kind of in a lazy way, would be a way to say it, where they kind of just draw like 2 patterns. They scribble. They say like, oh, my scribbles are patterns. Your scribbles are not patterns. A pattern needs to be like an object repeated over and over and over again in a specific way. So if you just scribble all over your paper, you're not making pattern, you're just making scribbles. I really encourage you to see what can you do with this. Make this something like really good, something that maybe we can display in the hallway since we don't have a whole lot of art this year. And yeah, I want you to just try your best. If you need help, ask for help. But watch the video, see how I kind of took the patterns and kind of filled them in. And have fun with this. So I hope you enjoy it. Fill the page. Find a good picture. If you have any questions, ask. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.